Hello and welcome to this LEGO theme park disaster series where today it's basically Operation Tidy for 2026. We are working underneath the Star Wars display where we've been getting the template together for all of the different bits and pieces. It's nowhere near finished. We've literally just started this, but I want to tidy underneath and get all the base plates back down, get all the bits and pieces that had to be pulled out for a cheeky exchange with Jay's Toy Collection UK. So today should be a good day. So, with that being said, let's get to it. So if you are new to the channel, welcome. If you're wondering what I am going on about, we are going to be putting in those. So those are now going to go back on the floor underneath here. We've done an exchange of white for tan. And yeah, we're just gonna see how far these go. So we've done it up underneath here already. They've got all the base plates down. They were all white, but I had to take these all back off a couple of weeks back to then obviously put these back down, and it's just turned into, as it always does, a mess. So we are gonna have a long time now. I don't think it's gonna take too long, but obviously all these are very raw and cut. You just listen to them when you're bored, and you know it's not a 10 minute thing. These are going to get pulled out, and then I'm going to start basically as far back. Can I say as far back as I can? It's probably going to be in line with the yellow. And that is where the carousel already is. But I'm going to try and put the carousel on one of these Harry Potter tracks, because over the next couple of days, I want to create a little bit more space on this side. So I have hopefully rehomed both of those tracks, which has been a little bit of a swine. But all of these base plates that are down here were either down here already, so they've just been piled up, or they've come from the Star Wars displays. I basically had to do it in a slightly different order than what I was expecting to do. But going from my left, we have got Rivendell, comes into the Lord of the Rings eyeball. Then we've got the big Disney castle, round into the Snow White's cottage, then into the Beauty and the Beast castle. So I've got the two castles from the theme parks, that one that I've been to, one that I'd like to see. Then we've got Dungeons and Dragons, which looks smart. And obviously the Shire is just beside that. Then we've got a little bit of space, and then it wraps around. So now I've explained it, you can kind of see it, because it looks like it's all a mess, because it is. So obviously this now is going to be a focus point of just getting the paths and everything done and connected once these bits and pieces go down. But of course what I've got to do is I've got to pull all these bits off, get them out, put them across another table, get those pieces back over, and yada yada yada. So it's never the easiest thing, especially when you're fighting for space. And of course I've had problems with my Ninjago City Markets with regards to it missing a sticker sheet. So now I've got that set up here on the go being built, which I've had to stop. So now I've brought back up the huge UCS 8080 box to give me something to build until that sticker sheet turns up. So I've now got nowhere to put this massive box, and this massive box is now taking up the whole table that I was going to put these bits on. So yes, you can feel sorry for me, or you can just laugh. So I have got this temporary table ready to go, and every single one of these I see, they're all empty, and I just recycle them. So yeah, there's definitely nothing in there at all for this. So we want to get this table on here. I just don't know what I'm going to hit when I get it down, so I can't move that box back enough. And yeah, we've got quite a bit to sort out, tidy. I can't do that, it's going to break. We don't want to actually have it resting on the Joker Manor. So that is the wobbliest thing I can put that on. And now let's just get all these bits up. We can start throwing the bits and pieces in the correct place, and we can actually make a dent into this. I've very much been looking forward to it. If anybody wants any brickheads, which are these two things, I don't think they were exclusive, they just were a giveaway, let me know. I do not care about these at all. So there will be a sale pile coming sooner rather than later. That's interesting, because I do want to use that. I've got an idea for that. So what I'm gonna have to do is pull some out. I don't want to pull them all out because I said there's no I just don't want to break anything. So I'm going to pull some out, put them down, put the correct base plates on, which would obviously make sense. And then basically get to the carousel and then work backwards to tidy up the display. I think that's kind of how it's going to have to be. So I'm already thinking I'm going to have to get you set up with a light when we start putting these bits and pieces back, which is okay. So let's get the medieval stuff up first, and then we can actually start looking at the space properly from a base plate, that's the roof, a base plate perspective. But it's nice that these can all go back in. Now don't forget, these were placed fine until we got the UCS Death Star, and everything had to be built, and then I sacrificed the Knight's Castle, and now we are where we are. Now what I do not want to do really is move the thing that's underneath here, because I'm just asking for trouble doing that. So I've got all sorts of odd pieces underneath here which all need to be put back, which obviously I will do, but I can do that right at the end. So basically anything that's left on the floor will just go in my spare pieces bin, and I will sort through all the figures, all the other little bits and pieces as we go, because there's all sorts of stuff that has been mixed up in here now from doing the build and me having to put it all down. Knew it was going to happen, but it is what it is. So we are coming 2 base plates deep is what we are doing, and we're just going to just crack on and start to get it done. So I'm going to spin you round, get a light set up, probably put you about there with a light on, and then you'll be able to see everything as it happens. Right, power of technology. Hopefully that light should be bright enough, and I can use the top of the light, look at that, as a stand. So we are going from left to right, and then I'll put the stuff back in from right to left. I know it's a bit of a weird way of doing it, but there is some other sets to come down from underneath here, which I can't actually get to now that table's up. So yeah, I'm just going to basically make this up as I go. There's no easy way of doing it. I've now got the No Way Out theme tune from Rocky stuck in my head. So these are obviously what they are. Base plates go on top, and then we go from there, but they can only go in one way, which I've completely forgotten about, because they're different shapes. So it's longer that way than it is that way, and I put them in one way, and I can't remember which way actually fits perfect. So we've got that one straight, all of these are the medieval figures, and some Star Wars stuff that's been sort of kicked over this way, so that can all just be thrown in that pile. The question is, if this one fits, then we'll be good. If it doesn't fit, then I just have to spin them round. I generally can't remember. No, it's gonna be too long. That's too long. So we get four in the other way, and I think then we were too. We must have been too deep, I think. Well, hopefully that glitter's actually showing up on the wall, because this all got repainted ages ago. I thought it looked quite nice. Fit that way. No, that's sticks out too much. So we're gonna have to go one then the other. I think we're gonna have to go like that. Right, so how many base plates is that then? This is a fun a fun game to play. I should have taken a photo before I took them out. So there, 1, 2, with 3, just like that. That if I did it the other way, it wouldn't be 3. I don't think. I still get 3, but it wouldn't stick over. 1, 2. Yeah, just have less support underneath. So it's got to have to. One's going to have to go one way, and one's going to have to go the other. It's looks like 2. I can't believe I didn't take a picture. I don't think it was just 2 base plates. I'm sure it was 3. But we'll figure. We're just basically gonna have to make it up as we go. Like I said, we'll make it up and we'll hope for the best. But we have got plenty of them to play with. So what I need to do is somehow get underneath this to get it on the other one, to then put the base plate down to slide it back over, because of course these are on white base plates. Ooh. Oh, I hate doing stuff. Oh no, it's not the. Oh, that was just at the top. That's alright. That could have been a lot worse. Definitely done something, but I can't tell what I've done. I've knocked something off from somewhere. I don't know if that was just up there. We'll say it is, but I thought I just knocked something off at the bottom. But there is base plate number 1. And obviously we've got to go all the way over. So it's because we're coming off that back wall and those base plates are down. If I do go one way and then the other, how far does that stand? If I stand, I'm stood up. Oh, that's okay. We'll go for that. It's just deceiving. It's just deceiving when you're close, but stood up is absolutely fine. You're going to be nowhere. You're going to be nowhere near it. So we will be. That's 3 deep, and we're good with that. 3 deep, no overhang. So it's fully supported underneath, which is great. So this is going to be the start of our medieval, and we will be just messing around with basically the colours of the base plates over a period of time, but we can get just a generic thing in for this one, and then like I said, I can then just move everything over and then put the base plates down properly for all of the others, because I need to get in for the carousel. I need to get in with that, but I have got another 3 base plates here looking at me, so I can put those down. He says I can't put them down, not yet, because they've got tiles all over them, so I need to get a different batch, which is okay. So let's just spin this thing back round. Now the other thing, actually, what I've got to be careful of is this table leg. So it's all well and good me saying to do it like this, but if it's not going to fit, because that's going to hit if I go the other way, so I don't think. Oh, I don't know. These are the same size. I know it took a little while to do that. It took a little while to do last time. You're looking at the floor. Let's get you back there. Right, let's get this back over and let's just get in to the corner for the carousel and just see if that fits. Because I like that, so I don't mind it stepping in. But we can have a little bit of water around it. I think that looks quite smart like that, to be honest, with the water and things. And as we know, it's literally to the back before it hits, so I can actually push that back so it is completely to the shelf at the top. And just before it hits the shelf, it hits the wall, so we're not losing any space. But yeah, I've got to go around that table leg, so I might have to keep changing it. So that one's on. So now I can just mess around with these. I can keep those two full length, and then the next one for going in would have to be different. We would go that way, and then would it fit that way? Yes, that's the way I must have done it last time then. All of these can just go away. All of this is just going to get sorted later. I'm going to be kneading on it for the rest of now, but I don't care, because I just want the floor space for now. That fits in splendidly. All of these, look, we've got Luke, we've got all the small little bits and pieces that go with this. All of this is to go either here or Star Wars or wherever it needs to go. Now, because I've got another table leg, I'm going to have to keep it this configuration then for the next one. So we are into a bit of a rhythm with everything now, which is nice. So that one there. That's now me kneeling on everything. Like so. And then I will. What we at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, this is where I got to last time. This is where I had all 8. I took. Just remember, I took 8 of them. Nope, that's the wrong way. That goes that way. Fits. That fits okay there. Right, might get lucky, which I'm using all my luck in one hit, but obviously I've broken you, by the way, so if you start flopping around, it's because you fell off the loop coaster in it. Yeah. I think I can get the next one of those in. This is our focus point now. That thing in the distance, looking rather spooky, that is something that I like, but it's battered. Now, it needs a lot of TLC. I know it needs a lot of TLC. But at the moment, I need to find all the pieces and everything for it, which are round by the other side. So I can't do anything with it for at least a month or 2 yet, I don't think. I would like to repair it fully so it's working, but I want to see if it fits for now. Actually, I suppose what I could do is I could see if it fits, and then I could try and repair it. That's not a bad shout. I could just find the instruction booklet and do it, because it'd be easy enough for me to put everything in, because it's not going to be that much in the middle. Ah, okay. We could potentially, this could be our proper first repair build series, because if I get another one of these, it should, in theory, fit between the legs and the back of the other one. but I don't know if it's going to fit between here and that bit of wood. So it doesn't fit, which it isn't. So I'm either going to have to do something different and cut to fit, but where this is at the moment, oh, this is getting very, very tight, is where I'm going to put it on the track. So this is sort of literally end of the horror section. Last thing. This is where I'm thinking if it will fit on doing on that thing, which is a big ask. I know it's a big ask, and I know I'm blocking the light, but my bum is in the way and there's nothing I can do about it. So I have no idea. You're going to go there. Yes, I am crouched right underneath. So that and that bit comes out. Right. Now I did kind of pre-plan this when it went in, because I actually put it on a base plate to be clever. And that's how, top tip for anybody, you have to move this in future, because it literally crumbles. So if I do repair it, I will keep it on a base plate. Like so. But if I can get that on there. Right, there were two in. That sounded painful. That sounded really painful. Yeah, we're on. We are on. We're gonna have an overhang. But it's on, and that looks spooky as anything. That's exactly what I want. I'm gonna have there like an abandoned sort of. I mean, look at that with that shadow in. This is gonna be like the end of my horror, abandoned kind of amusement. But I just want to see if it fits in that gap, and if it fits in that gap, I might actually just leave it there for now, and then get all the bit. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. We've got to see if it goes. I'm trying to see if I can move it over. Oh, please, it does. Oh, it fits like a glove as well. That is outstanding. So it fits in between. The foot fits just before the wall, and it fits in between the other thing. I'm using, ow, I was about to say I'm using all of my luck in one hit. Oh, I've just cracked my head on the top of the table. But that is the sort of spooky impression that I wanted. And then we were going to start to add in all the abandoned horror-y stuff. So now we want to try and add in I don't know actually, this might be too long otherwise. We'll get the base plates down. I know you're really close. We'll get the base plates down. I don't know whether to do this in two separate sections, so it's not a horrendously long upload, because we're already 20 minutes in. But that is as creepy as I was hoping it to be quite honest. Just a little bit higher. And then, yeah, we've got the stranger things to go down. Now, they're going to have to go on green, aren't they? The Stranger Things upside down. They're going green or black? Horror black? They're going black. I've used 3 black for the top. I have got green available. There is some more green. There's 3. But the horror bits are on black. And if we're going to do medieval into that section, that could work. I think what I don't know what I'm confused now. I don't know what the best thing is to do. I just want to. I'm going to space it. That's what we're going to do. We're going to space what we've already got down here, see what it looks like, and then I think I'll do it as a separate upload. I will just get all the rest of the horror stuff in and work backwards when I know if it can fit, and we can get the correct colour base plates down, just do it all in one hit. So like this, for example. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, caught it. I thought that was going to tip then. If it went, that would have been horrible. That's the kind of luck I would have had. Oh. Does that go? What's it caught on? This isn't something else that needs to be fully repaired, because it just falls apart. That would go at the angle like that. So that looks, see, that looks pretty creepy. That's the kind of thing that I'm after. Sort of like in a creepy-esque bit at the back. Just got to think if I'm going to put black or what down. But this is going to be horror and medieval. That's what these two are going to be. But I'm really happy that that actually fits. Which is fantastic. He-Man. What do we do with the He-Man? Because do I keep the He-Man castle close to this castle? I can. Oh, put back on. So this is actually designed, look, to just slide in like so. That doesn't look silly. I do like the backlight on that. So if I can try and keep the medieval, the medieval stuff on those four. We've got what, a few base plates of stuff for that. Right, I'm going to turn the camera off just for a little bit and just have a think of what the best plan is to do. Because at the moment, I can pull that out and repair it. So I could attempt to do that, but I know I've got all these bits and pieces behind me and it needs to go on this table. It's easier working from back to front. Once it's all in, it'll be splendid, but it is a case of I need to count how many base plates I've got as well for the darker colours, because I think black might look quite nice there. And I have got the Ghostbusters Firehouse and the Haunted House to do. So what I might do is go the opposite way for base plates. Get those down so we know that they fit, and then put them on the shelf, move the table, get that out. See, I'll think of that and then we'll crack on. Right, so I think we are going to be good for the next few uploads. I now have a good plan in place. This is ready to go. I've been looking at the Haunted House and the Firehouse, the Ghostbusters Firehouse. Ghostbusters Firehouse is going to stay there. The Haunted House is going to come here, because I think the Haunted House obviously looks a little bit more spooky. And it would leave space for, potentially, that Stranger Things rumour for next year as well. So there'll be four horror sets down here. And then, like I said, just bring the He-Man castle over. Wherever, that you just put it there for now. And then we'll just figure out what colour is going to go in front. I will get a mix of black and green base plates for over here ready for the next upload. But yeah, very, very happy that that looks so spooky and odd up on there, especially when there's some lighting and everything. So it's just going to be a case now of where that haunted house can go, because it's so tall, and I'm going to be playing that game in the next upload, because obviously all of this now needs to get out of the way. I need to get the base plates up that from underneath it, and then we'll play the game again literally in the following part. So if you could like this video and subscribe to the channel, that'd be absolutely fantastic. As you can see, we've got a lot of bits and pieces going on, so the Star Wars stuff will eventually go into the correct bit. The paths and everything are going to be connected up, because all of these literally have just been done as well. So I think from here, again, that's quite a nice little angle of the different bits and pieces that you can have. And you can see the crane in the background doing all the construction work, and that shelf and everything's all slowly starting to come together. So once the big stuff is in place, and it's all because of that Death Star, just for this little tweak, we'll be absolutely laughing for a big diorama table in 2026, which is great. So as always, thank you very much for watching. You lot take care, and I'm going to go to the next one.